Hey YouTube family, it's Kaysa from Totally Designs. Today I am going to be showing you what I am working on. Now, you see I have all these array of colors, various sizes and texture that I'm going to be working with today. Now, I am going to be adding this onto this pendant right here. This is an agate stone, y'all. Listen, this didn't have a hole in it, so I had to create a casing around it to be able to use the stone. Now, this is a more complex type of wrapping, and if you are not advanced to wrap this yet, I would recommend that you wait. Practice makes better all the time. And it's not exact science, guys. It's basically you learning how to wield the wire. Now, so I am going to be taking this pendant and I'm going to be creating a necklace out of all these beads if I can. Now, the goal is for me to create a wear me necklace. It just says wear me. It doesn't say anything else but wear me. Okay? 2 words, wear me. All right. Now, I have already pre-cut the wire. If you know, I always use, maybe you don't know, but I normally use a wire called Wire Elements. That is one of the favorite wires that I use. Now, if you're wondering where to purchase it from, you're going to have to go on Amazon because the store that used to carry the wire is no longer in business, and you all should know by now who that store is. Yes, the infamous Joann's. All right, without further ado, guys, I'm going to go ahead and place the pendant on the wire, and of course I'm always evening it out so I can have as much leverage and flexibility as possible. Okay, now how am I going to start this off? I'm not quite sure, y'all. I have several ideas. So again, making jewelry will go as fast as you have your pattern. If you don't have your pattern down, then it may take you 20, 30, 40, 50 minutes to an hour. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and try to put these on there. And why am I putting them there? Because I kind of want to make sure that the necklace doesn't have too much spacing in between it. Unrealistic spacing, like gaps and stuff like that. So far, that's okay. So now I want to add a little bit of gold into this mixture because I want to kind of match the gold that is wrapped around that piece right there. Okay. Now, what I love, guys, so far is that looks pretty good. But, of course, y'all know in the middle of the game, your girl might wind up changing things. So, now I'm going to just add in this. I want to call it pecan, but it's not really a pecan. It's actually a copper. I want to add that gold copper because that's what it is. That makes it look pecan. Okay, now as you can see, it's not too bad, right? It's not too bad, but we'll keep going and seeing if it's not too bad. So now I'm going to add in another one of these gold spacer beads. Now, spacer beads, guys, are the beads that, again, take up the extra space that's within the necklace. Okay, now, what am I thinking about? I don't know, guys. Honestly, I don't know. I'm just going to go for what I think I'm looking at because I don't know. This is going to be an interesting necklace. Now, the only thing that's bad about this right now, guys, is that I don't like the way that it looks. So I'm going to take that off, and then I'm going to simply remove this bead in that one. Then I'm going to bring this one down and see how I like it now. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm not going to stay married to it yet, y'all. So let me go over here and do the same to this side. Now, am I going to create, what's the word I want to use? Do I want it to look the same on both sides? Let's just simplify that. Do I want it to look the same on both sides? Maybe. I don't know. Let's look at that. How is that looking so far? All right, and I'm just going to try something just for the sake of trying it, guys, because when I'm done with the necklace, I'm kind of done with it, and I don't know if I want to put these two at the bottom. That's very interesting, actually. Let's see what's going to happen with that. Let's go to the top and see. Let's see what we're gonna create, y'all, because again, you know, making necklaces is all about taking risks, right? We take risks. It may work, it may not, we don't know, and we just hope that it does. Okay, so I'm going to do that right there. All right, now I am going to now add in a gold spacer bead. And again, I don't know, I may be changing this up in a few minutes. Who knows? I'm just taking you on my designing process, y'all. Let's see. Now, I might want to add this in just because it brings a little bit of a different vibe to it. Let's see. And I'm going to do the same thing to this side. Okay. Now, this is going to be, one thing I can tell you, is going to be a very interesting necklace. Now, whether or not I choose to leave these two in, I don't know. But I know I'm definitely going to be working with both of these colors right here. And I'm going to be adding in that color as well because I just simply like it. Now, guys, if it takes me too long to make a decision, I'm not going to keep filming it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come back with the final decision of what I decided that the necklace is going to look like. Okay. All right. So now we have that there. Okay. So let's go ahead and combine these colors in there. Okay. I'm going to add these there. Okay. All righty. I think I'm on to something, guys. What I'm on to yet, I don't know. Okay. So let's just travel this road together. Okay. And I'm just going to simply slide on the other spacer on that side. I am going to add a little bit of color in there because I do want to keep the color flow going. And what I might wind up doing is actually, you know what? I'm going to do that right now. Only because, guys, I need to have a mixture of color going throughout this thing. And if you are a jewelry designer, you know exactly how this works. You are literally creating something from nothing. Well, you have something. You're creating it from beads, but you're creating it from your mindset, and you're trying to bring the vision where it can be visibly seen. Okay, listen, here we go. All right, now what are we doing here? I don't really know. Okay, so thus far it's pretty cool, right? I think it's pretty cool. That's in my mind's eye. I think it's cool. So I'm going to add on another black bead here because, as you can see, I have all these beads on here and I have to figure out if I'm going to be using them. Let's see. Now, I think instead of using the copper beads, I am going to take this color right here. And I believe this color is called, it doesn't have, it's just Very. I don't know. This is like a royal blue color, guys. It's like a oil spill royal blue. It has a little shine to it. Oh, I like that, guys. I think that is going to be gorgeous. Okay, now what am I going to do? I am now going to add in this right here. I'm going to go back up, and then I'm going to put this one on the side of here. And let's see. Okay. And I am using a 16 gauge wire, guys, if I did not make that clear in the beginning of the video. All right, guys, I think I'm liking this. For whatever reason, guys, I like this a lot. I'm not sure why I like it, but I do. So now I am just going to simply be adding some more of these spacer beads on here. Okay, then I'm going to add in the copper right here. That copper is fire. Let me see if I have another one of those coppers. If I do not have another one of the coppers, guys, oh, here it is right in front of my face. I love it. Okay, there we go. I was just gonna put another bead on it. Oh my goodness, guys, to me, I like this. I don't know about nobody else, but I really like this. I think this is fabulous. And so I'm going to put another spacer on top of that. And then I think I'm going to add in the black bead, another black bead. Okay. I'm going to do the same for this side. Sorry if I'm a little bit out of camera range, guys. Let me straighten that out. Sometimes the bead just doesn't want to cooperate going across. Well, you know what we'll do? We'll straighten that out, and then we'll just use another bead because, guys, sometimes the holes on the other beads are not together. All right, as you can see, look at that, guys. That is actually beautiful. Now, I'm digging this. I'm telling you right now, I am truly digging this. So now what am I going to do? I am going to be adding some more of those blue beads at the top. And then, like, I'm going to end this. Oh, my goodness, guys. This is so beautiful. Like, this is really, really beautiful. I hope that you guys stayed during my process. But I like this. I mean, I really like this. I am digging this. I don't know about anybody else, but listen, you know, beauty is in the eye of the beholder, as they always say. So I'm going to be adding in a little more of the gold, and then I'm going to add in more black. I don't believe I have any more copper beads. I may, but I'm going to actually be seeking to end this necklace in just a second. Let's see. Because I feel like it's long enough. Hold on, guys. I'm just going to put it up to my neck real quick. Okay. It is long enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start ending it with the royal blue beads, because I think that's just the perfect way to end it in my estimation. Okay. And then what I'll do is I'll take a picture of the necklace and I will post it in the video so that you can see it. But guys, this is, I mean, this is fire. I love it, love it, love it. I just saw something in my my mind, like I was like, this got to go with something else different. Now, what I could have did, y'all, was I could have switched this over on this side, which I may go back and do. Okay, I don't know. Or I can do it while I'm talking to you all. Because I think it needs to be on the opposite side. So guys, bear with me, because this is what I do. This is my designing process. Like, I just be in the middle of stuff and I'll be like, oh, well, let me switch it on the other side. And, you know, I know that might irritate some people, but that's okay. I need to make sure that in my mind it looks good, especially if I'm going to be the one that's wearing it. I don't know if I'm going to wear it yet. I haven't decided, y'all. I'm going to do, I'm going to see how people look at it. Okay, there we go. All right, we're going to go ahead and do the rebead. Okay, now in my mind, that looks better. It just looks better to me. I don't know why. Don't even get me started on it, y'all, because I don't know why it looks better in my mind, but it does, okay? All right, you tell me how you feel about it after the video. Like, girl, listen, you was taking me on a ride. I was taking y'all on a ride a little bit. It's good to get on a ride every now and then. As long as you're not on a hamster wheel going nowhere. Okay, listen. All right, so this is really, really, I like this. I do. Okay, so I am going to add in more of the gold beads. I'm going to add that black bead back at the top. I'm going to add in some more. And I am just beating this one side real quick, y'all. And then I'll go back to the other one. Sometimes I beat them at the same time. It all depends on how I feel on that particular day. And as y'all can see, I'm going back and forth. I need to go back and add in this one, though, because I didn't add it back in. All right. Okay, here we go. Okay, yes. So now I am going to switch that out, go back there, and then we're going to add that back in here. Okay, now we have that on top, then we have that going that way, and the only thing that I'm missing, y'all, is the black bead here. That's why you gotta relook at everything. Okay, yes. All right. And then all I'm going to do is do that. Add that in. Okay, sorry about being out of frame, y'all. Don't mean to be. And then we're going to add in that. All right, let me hold it up to my neck and see if it's ready to just be done. And it is somewhat. All right, I'm going to add a few more on here, and then we're going to bring this to a conclusion. All right. Let's see. There we go. Now we're going to add 3 to this side, and then, guys, I'm going to finish it off. I will add a clasp and all of that after the video is done. But anyway, guys, here we are. And I have to add one more to this side, y'all. So I added 4. Okay, there we are. That is absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so I'm going to temporarily bend that for a minute. I'm going to take my wire. And then I'm going to use my needle nose pliers, and then I'm simply going to form a loop, and then I'm going to wrap it around. And the loop can be as big as you want it to be, y'all. It doesn't have to be small. It could be huge if you want it to be. It all depends on your style, okay? I just want you to know that. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm going to bend that forward, okay? I always bend it forward, see if I have a little bit of room. And now I'm going to take this side. I don't finish it off until I do this side, y'all, because I always want to make sure that it has enough elasticity and movement, because if it's too tight, then, you know, the beads will burst, and we don't want to do that. We never want it to be too tight. Okay, so I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do the same thing on this side, okay, creating a loop, okay, and I always try to make sure that it's going to be the same size as the other one. Although it's handmade, guys, you know, it may turn out different on both sides, but that's handmade, okay? All right, there we go. Now I'm going to take this one and I'm going to unravel this wire right there, and I'm going to straighten it out because it did not go around like I desired that it did. Now we can do it properly, okay? All right, there we are. And then I'm going to just simply just straighten that hook off right there. There we are. And look, it is almost finished. Guys, and if you don't like something, you can always do it over. You can finish it. You can, pull it in with the wire, or you can simply unwrap it. But this one is okay. I'm not going to be too anal about this particular wrap right here. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm going to wrap this side one more time as well. Okay, alrighty, and there. So now I'm going to cut off the remains. Always cover the wire, y'all. Always cover the wire. Okay, and I'm simply going to take my flat nose and I am going to make sure everything is even. It makes sense how it's looking. It doesn't look, out of whack. Okay, there we go. We're going to gently just pull that in. I'm going to push that in. And this part, guys, it takes a minute for me because I try not to be a perfectionist, but I do want it to make sure that it makes sense how it's laying. Okay. All right, there we are. Now I want to show you what happened. So this came off of there. Okay, which means that the jump ring is open. Okay, and that's an easy fix, y'all. So let me go ahead and open the jump ring back up. And matter of fact, what I'm going to do is add another jump ring in here. I love when that type of stuff happens because, guys, when you're designing your necklaces, it is not always perfect. It's just not. It isn't. We do retakes, to try to make it where the design comes together, but sometimes that design, it don't work like that. But you know what I have found? When you have complications with a particular design, that's the design that's probably going to sell. So I'm going to take that off of there because that jump ring is acting crazy. So we're not going to use that. But I still have that little spacing in between. So I'm going to take this and fix it. All right. And it may or may not go right on, y'all, but this is a part of what happens if you're designing. And again, things are not perfect. Now, if it takes me too long, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the video and I'm going to come back. And I think I'm going to do that. All right, hold on. Hey, y'all, I am back. I had to actually dismantle the necklace. And because it just was not allowing me to put that jump ring through no matter what I had did. And I was like, you know what, let me just redo this whole thing all over. Jewelry making is not about perfection, y'all. It comes with a whole lot of mishaps, whole lot of missteps, and all kinds of things that happen when you're designing jewelry. And so I don't want to ever project this image that everything is all copacetic and it goes well all the time, because it doesn't. Sometimes you can create the most fabulous thing and it just does what it does. It doesn't gel right, or it breaks apart, something happens. Well, as I was telling you prior to me shutting down and doing this over, I find that when I have those type of complications with the necklace, that is going to be one of my best sellers. And that has always been true for me. Don't know why, but it is what it is. I want to say thank you to all my new subscribers. Thank you to my writers, as always. You guys make my community what it is. I also want to say that I'm going to be coming out with more tutorial videos for you all. If you have anything specific in mind that you all would like me to go over or to revisit, let me know in the chats. And guys, if you want to support my channel, you can always support my channel. There are ways you can support my channel. You can buy me a cup of coffee, or you can keep showing up like you already are doing now. All right, guys, that is the end of my video. And as I always tell you guys, happy beading.